Hey, what's up, folks? It's your boy Coach Lee. Welcome to Wednesday night, the Nothing But Basketball show. Ain't too much basketball going in but the obvious. But as always, we're going to be on here to entertain you all, have some fun with this, and do what we do on every Wednesday. But got to bring up the roster. Got to bring in from New Orleans about 5'10", wearing a Bucko one. Running the point. What's up, man?
You know what I'm saying? This is dude Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the junior. And I'm back, man, playing big in the paint, man. Look, this we on the Nothing But Basketball show. This is another great time. We got hanging out with Coach Hill. You know what I'm saying? Where you at?
Uh-oh. We lost him. He'll be back.
Man,
how you doing today?
Man, it's been a good evening, good night, a lot of things going on, man. Of course, coming off a good win in fantasy football, so it's always good. You know what I'm saying? After that, hey, I just had to flex that. Undefeated. So shout out to everybody that's undefeated in fantasy football world.
My fault. I don't know what happened, but you know what it is. Coach Hill on this thing with y'all boys.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Blessed.
Already.
Never stressed.
We got some background.
Do you? What'd you say?
Here, echo. You got me?
I got you. Am I echoing?
Oh, he got the girls tonight.
Just, I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear us okay?
If I'm echoing, I don't know why.
We're going to fight through it. So,
roll with it.
Before we get started, so we got the big rumor that's going on right now. It's John Lucas. For those that may not know who he is.
I sure as hell didn't. Well, just talk about me while you're on the show. But hey, shout out to Google and fast internet. I finally know who John Lucas is. He's about as old as my granddaddy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he's been around the Houston area for a while, man. He normally, for years he's always worked with like the athletes that might have substance abuse problems and stuff like that. So he's a pillar of the community. I'm just surprised that, that's the way they're going. I would think, not saying that he's too old, but I would think, the game, he, about Pat Riley age probably.
Agreed, but because the last time he's been on the court, it's been with the Cavs, like the Cavaliers from 2001 to 03. So the game has changed tremendous. Well,
I didn't know that reason.
Yes, but I mean the game has changed, tremendously since then. So he what? That was before Dirk shooting three from the power forward position.
No, it was Dirk still had the blonde hair, man, with the locks and the fade and stuff. had the earring hanging down.
So I don't think that's a good fit though. But you know what I'm saying? They're probably looking for a different, they're probably looking for a leadership, something. They might be going for something different in the locker room because they definitely had a talent already there that's been proven in how far they they went this year.
And this big year. Man. At D'Antoni Ball, that stuff don't work. Entertaining, but it ain't playoff ready.
Hey, that is true.
So tonight's show.
Am I still echoing?
It's our side that's echoing on the other side. It's our side that's echoing on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the phone on, so you got the radio.
Oh shit, I ain't got none on. I'm just trying to get my input on this John Lucas thing.
Wait.
My whole thing is, man, it really don't matter. Like you said, they got the talent. It really don't matter who they bring in the coach. If the players can't get their stuff together. Just my opinion. I feel like they got the talent, but it's not gelling like it should. Because no matter who the coach is, they should at least run a little deeper in the playoffs and that, or at least make the playoffs, whatever the case may be.
I would agree with that.
So,
Coach with the input. We see you.
Fact. He's like, I'm just trying to get my inputs in on John Lucas. You know? But yeah, definitely, like you say, you know, the team is there. They got the talent. You know, they just need something to gel them all together. So hopefully, you know, he can do it. You know, he has a history of playing with championship caliber teams. You know, he played. You know, he coached the Spurs. He coached with the 76ers, and he coached with the Cavaliers. So I'm confident. You know, he had the
minute.
right.
He's been around a
Exactly.
minute.
Right. So we'll see. But I still think the Rockets will be the Rockets.
At the end of the day. Hate.
Hey, I'm a Mavs fan. I am a Mavs fan. So that's that and the Stars. Only thing Dallas.
Already.
And the Rangers.
You went for a long one there. We'll keep that one moving. But tonight's show, you know, like we spoke about it on top of it, you know, obviously it's the NBA Finals. You know, the Lakers might get ready to close it out. It looked like they up 3-1 after a hard fought battle last night. You have a chance to catch the game?
Highlights. You know, that's about it. Oh, we got some footage. Oh, we got some footage?
Got some footage, man.
Ah, shucks. This
is from last night. Or actually, no, sorry, this is game 2. So this is all the highlights so far since they've been playing. So, you know, the Lakers, you know, they're the Lakers at the end of the day. You know, they've been grinding on it. And, you know, the Heat stole one. Looked like they were tough. Jimmy put him on his back, but they depleted right now. You know, he don't have much help.
Right. And he doesn't have the leadership on the team. He doesn't have what can, you know, he cannot, you know, that's what we discussed, you know, he cannot actually lead the team. He can't put the whole team on his shoulders by himself. So they're going to burn out. You know what I'm saying? They're only going to go so far.
Right.
So, but, you know, definitely got to go with LBJ, LeBron James.
Definitely got to go with LBJ, LeBron James.
L Boogie, man. So, something I thought was pretty cool, and I want to ask y'all opinion on this is, you know, they are supposedly going to be wearing a certain jersey, the Mamba jerseys. So, you know, everybody might be familiar with them. You know, you may not be familiar with them. But the Mamba jerseys, I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, the black on the gold or black on the yellow. I think they're pretty cool. So I wanted to ask you guys, you know, y'all been I know Coach Hill's been a basketball fan for a while, but you as well. You know, you hate the Jazz and the fact that your team got stolen. But so what's your favorite uni of all time? So what's your favorite uni of all time?
I got to go to classic Laker yellow. Was it Laker gold? I don't know what they call them, but you know, the ones that
Showtime.
Yes, I'm about to say exactly the ones that Kareem, all these guys wore. You know, Magic. That's the greatest unis. I don't like the blues.
That's the golden era.
Exactly.
I like the golds too. You guys, you know, you had Kareem, you had Magic, you had Worthy, you had who else was on that team? Kurt Rambis, Byron Scott. Hey, you know, those are probably the best ones. So something that I saw today that I thought was interesting, you know, I didn't know this until they said something about it, but supposedly, you know, LeBron for the first time is on the Wheaties box.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that? I had no idea until today.
Yeah, me neither.
You'd have thought for all he's done, he's played on Team USA's and whatnot, but this is first time on the Wheaties box.
I would say that's definitely probably by choice. I mean, you know, I don't know what the qualifications are to get on the Wheaties box, but you know, I would think, you know, he would have been on it with all his accolades that he's done.
Right.
So, you know, like that's kind of awkward. But I want to know what uniform is he in? What team is he on the Wheaties box?
It's a Laker team.
Of course. That might
Coach
play
Hill
on there too.
Did you know that?
I don't eat Wheaties, so I wouldn't have known that. I'm just being real. But hey, big up to him, man, being on the Wheaties box. That's like Uncle Leroy Jr. said, man, that's a big accomplishment for him, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I agree with him. Like he should have been on the Wheaties box, but like I said, I don't eat Wheaties, so but hey, hat off to him for that.
I would say because he don't. Was it like Kareem or somebody else on the Lakers, from the Lakers team on or Magic on the Wheaties box? Because I'm telling you, I've seen that look before.
I'm pretty sure they have, man. I'm gonna tell y'all a little something. I'm probably gonna show a little bit of a little small bit of country boy in me.
Uh-oh.
I've never eaten Wheaties before for one simple fact. My grandfather used to use that for catfish bait.
What?
He used to put a little water in it, mix it up, and we go out and catch some catfish with it. So that's in my mind, and after that, I'm like, I can't eat that.
Facts. Well, I'm gonna definitely tell my people who eat Wheaties that little fun fact right there. But yeah, I've never known that.
So, Coach Hill, I got a question for you. We're going to start with you tonight on this question. And out of his whole career, who would you say is LeBron's best teammate? I saw some people say it was Wade. Some people saying AD.
I'm gonna go with, and I think a lot of people are saying Wade because of the friendship they had, but I would go with Kyrie Irving when he was in Cleveland.
Interesting.
Just because I feel like LeBron, like right now, he can do everything. He's doing what he do. He can handle the ball. He's, really going back to the high school days where he handled the ball a lot, being a point guard, facilitating all that stuff. But in Cleveland, he didn't have to do that. And I feel like there was times where him and Kyrie were a good match. Like they would do different things. Like Kyrie's game handles all that stuff is different from LeBron's, which took pressure off LeBron, especially that year when they won the championship.
The year they won that championship, it definitely seemed like it was some moments during that series where Kyrie put him on his back. LeBron might have been a little bit off or whatnot. He was doing some amazing stuff out there.
And you see, AD, he's a superstar too. Kyrie is a superstar also. But now, before that, I feel like he was just coming into his own as far as in the NBA and stuff like that. He was on that stage, so he really showed, hey, I can lead a team too, just like LeBron. So, I mean, that's just where I'm at with it.
Good point. Now, because I agree with you with Kyrie Irving, because you got to go with the team. You can't say AD because they haven't won a championship yet. So until they win a championship, until you get some hardware on the wall, you can't say that he's the best teammate. So I'm a side with Dwayne Wade, just because of course they went. Dwayne Wade helped mold him and teach him this winning mentality, because he didn't have it going in to Miami. It took him to go to Miami, win a championship, to come back with that winning way. So I'm gonna say Dwayne Wade, just because of that fact.
I don't think you can go wrong in either one. I definitely like what Kyrie did, and you got to look at it from the standpoint. Even though they wasn't winning much, Kyrie still had the Cavaliers down. When LeBron was down in South Beach, so he came up there, he did his thing. I did see a little bit of shade he kind of threw his way to was it Friday when he said that Durant is the first player he's played with where he can look down on the other end of the court. You know what I'm talking about, and can do the same thing that he can do. I'm like, and he tried to clean it up, but I'm like, it's already out. The toothpaste already out the tube, man. You can't put that back in there. So he definitely threw some shade out there to LeBron's way.
Of course.
Now, we're talking about the teammates that LeBron has. So before we get to the highlights, for Coach, this one I want to look at real good, because this is going to be able to be expanded. So I saw something today where some people within our group, I know this ain't the sports channel, but I saw them like, what? They said that LeBron is the greatest Laker of all time. Y'all buying that?
He made a Wheaties box. Not all Lakers have done that, so he's one of them. I ain't gonna say he's the greatest Laker because it's too early. He hadn't done anything for him. But Lakers is all about the Lake Show, baby. So he's there creating the show, he's creating the atmosphere, and he made the Wheaties box. So he's definitely in contention.
What would you rank him before?
What would you rank him before the Lakers of all?
Dead last. You know what I'm saying? Got to go with because they haven't done anything. Got to go with Kareem, Magic, the top two. After that, Kobe, and then after that, it's just blah blah. However it flows. I just know the first three.
I'll probably put Big Game James in front of LeBron right now because what he did while he was in LA.
Okay. Whoever that is.
James, that's James Worthy, baby.
Hey, yeah, I forgot him. I forgot James Worthy. Yeah, I forgot about James.
Him and his goggles, even though he got caught up in Houston, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Coach Hill. What would you rank LeBron at?
I wouldn't. Because just like Uncle Leroy said, he hasn't been a Laker long enough and he hasn't done nothing to be considered one of the greatest Lakers of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron is great himself. So as a player, I feel like he'll be one of the greatest players of all time. But as far as a Laker, if he stays there long enough, brings some championships there, does some things, then he can be put on that pedestal with all the other great Lakers.
And what thing for me, like I like to add, when they say great, to me it's on and off the court, on and off the field. So, that's why I'm gonna say, he's great for, being a Laker, great because he made the Wheaties box. But that's it, but great, you gotta be doing something off the court and on the court. So, but LeBron, where was his legacy start? I think it would be in Cleveland. It shouldn't even be in in LA.
LA be number 3 for me. It's definitely gonna be Cleveland, and then it's gonna be Heat, and even back to Cleveland because when he went back, he won the championship. So you got to put Cleveland up there twice for him.
Right. So I don't understand how they even much get that, but it's all media talk. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got the NBA 2K players, and everybody it's the big Jordan, LeBron. Why can't we just join both of them? They both are great players. Some people just like to argue.
Right. Hello, holla at our people. Rio CBD. Now to cure some of that stress.
I'm gonna touch on that a little bit. They're always comparing LeBron and Jordan. You got 2 different time periods, 2 different, I guess, like we talked before, styles of basketball. You got that period where it's rough and tough. You got this period now where it's finesse. But you got LeBron, who's a mixture of the toughness that he can have mixed in with the little finesse that he's picked up from like his generation and playing in this time period.
As far when I look at LeBron, I grew up a Jordan fan. It is what it is. He didn't do as much off the court, but like you say, it was 2 different time periods at that point in time. But one thing I will give LeBron from a basketball standpoint, he's the most physically imposing specimen I'm ever seen on the court. He can play all 5 positions. He can play with finesse. He can play with power. His basketball IQ is off the roof. So I would definitely, if I had to compare him up against anybody else from a physical standpoint, definitely would consider him to go to that. But you got to look at all the other intangibles. That's why I say you really can't get into that who's the greatest type of conversation because time periods, they can't play head to head. They play different positions. They had to go through different things. We all, in my opinion, he would still do his thing, but how durable would he have been if he played in the 80s into the early 90s? Having to go through Boston, having to go through Chicago, having to go through Detroit. Would he been able to take that? Because Detroit was finna come at you. They're going to beat you to death, and you're going to either have to make it or fake it. And to me, I think if Jordan hadn't went through what he went through with them, he wouldn't have been the player that he was. That's what drove him.
Good points. Well, we got a question here. Rio CBD, he says, but LeBron is not a mix, maybe not a full Laker. Kobe was probably the greatest Laker. One mark against Kobe that I have against Kobe is he made Shaq go away. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and Shaq was a great, he was in his prime at that time. So it's like you can't, you got to look for the team first and outside yourself. So whatever he and Shaq, Big Diesel, Big Cactus had going on, let that go.
They
But
could have had about 6 or 7 rings if they stayed together.
easy. So that's why I rarely put Kobe in the greatest the greatest Laker time talk, because he made Shaq go. Like, that's crazy. You can't do that. That's Big Cactus, man. I like Big Cactus. What do y'all think about that? So what would you put Kobe at?
If I had to put Kobe, if I had to rank him with the Lakers, I'll probably put Kobe third, to be honest. I'll put Magic first and Kareem second.
Makes sense.
Oh, only because you got to think of Magic. When he came in, I think it was a rookie season, Kareem got hurt in the finals. He wouldn't play center.
Yeah.
So that's sacrifice. That's putting the team first, man. And then,
Right.
Then later on, just the whole body of work of Kareem, he was an old man, still getting it done. He changed his whole game. You get the skyhood, you can't stop it. So if I had to put Kobe in there, if I had to rank him, I would definitely say I would put him third.
I can see third. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing with Kobe. I like Kobe, and shout out to the Lakers, and shout out to because it was on Twitter they approved the Black Mamba jerseys, Mamba and Mambacita. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I can dig that. So
those are 5 jerseys, man. I give them that.
Right. And I wonder if they're gonna put them on sale, because when Kobe was dead, during his death, they took all his jerseys off the racks. You couldn't buy them because people were selling them for like thousands of dollars, man. Like,
right.
That is just crazy. So you think they should they should start selling these jerseys, his Laker jerseys?
Man, I don't know how they're gonna try to do that, because unless they just mass produce it and take the value down on them, yeah. But if you're gonna do that limited edition type of stuff, they're gonna be able to control it. It's gonna be crazy.
What do you think about it, Coach Hill?
I agree. But I really think they'll be able to sell them no matter what, however they figure it out. Just because, in my eyes, I feel like maybe they're gonna try to use it to make money, make some money back that they potentially lost. You know what I'm saying? This year playing in the bubble. So they're gonna sell them, and people gonna buy them. And hopefully they have it at a reasonable price, but you're always gonna have them people out there that be like, man, we know we can get it for this. We know we can get it for that. So, but yeah, I think they'll sell them. I think they'll release them and, make some money off of it.
I can definitely see that.
Right, because they're wearing them for a reason, so they put them on display for the world to see, and the world's gonna be like, I want that jersey. So they're putting the demand out there right now. So I would definitely want to see a creative way where that they can make an NBA authentic jersey to where people won't, bootleg it and, and tear down the price or the quality of that jersey type, the Black Mamba. So definitely want to see how they go.
Is Mitchell and Ness still around? I know they was back in the day. I don't know if they still are now or not.
Yeah, for the throwbacks. Yeah, I think they still do the throwbacks.
I can see them like doing something licensing to where they can control, the replication of it. And make sure that they get they cut.
Right. Because I know some homeboys who be wearing some jerseys. I mean, I say, bro, that ain't much the real colors of the throwbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Got that Big T special.
they got the 1929 number. Yeah, jersey, but it's 1938 color. So it ain't adding up, man. Hey, what up, Rob Thay, Vegas in the house. Appreciate y'all for hanging out, man.
So, Coach, this is the time that I really look forward of our show. It's your segment of it. So, what's going on with the mighty Waco Terror?
Am I still echoing on y'all's end? All right. Well, we got a couple updates, man. We got this past weekend we had 2 games. We played the 4100 Elite, who's the #1 team in the nation right now. We moved up you know, from number 11 to number 7. So
wow.
my biggest thing is we went 1-1 this weekend. We knocked off some teams. I mean, we knocked off the Texas Rev, which is a big accomplishment. We'll definitely go into this weekend. We play the Gladiators. We're gonna go over here and smack them up in Dallas. So I need y'all at the game if you're in Dallas. Also, we're heading back to OKC, man. Shout out to Chris Skinner and the Skins League. When is that? October 17th and 18th. Yes, sir. It's going down. The energy in the building at the tournament right here at his events is live. It's hype. But that's about it. That's about all we have going right now. You know, besides that, you know, I'm just staying active. You know, we're also going to be getting geared up for the canned good drive so we can donate canned goods for Thanksgiving. Besides that, man, same old different day. You know, we're going to be doing next week. We're going to be doing like a couple $100 giveaways just free for the fans. You know, something like how the radio station be doing. I mean, it ain't much money, but you never know. There's people out there that can use that $100. So we'll be doing some of that next week. A lot of promotion. We're getting a gym named after us. Everything, man. So it's big things going on, man. It's just taking time to get them done.
So yeah, that sounds like y'all got big things popping.
Stay popping, man. I just be laying low. You know, I lay low, get my money, and go to the house, man. So they pop when they're supposed to.
Already. So I know I definitely try to come in myself to catch a couple of games. Obviously, gotta be safe with the COVID.
Exactly. Mask will be worn, all that. I know we played Duncanville. What is it? Bob Knight Fieldhouse in Duncanville. Saturday.
67 to Main Street.
Yeah.
That's my hood.
Oh yeah, we in your backyard then.
Yes, sir.
So
okay. Thanks for keeping us updated. Any shout outs you got for us tonight?
Shout out my boy. He was supposed to be on here with me. We was gonna talk basketball, but I don't know what happened to him. But shout out to 4100 Elite, man. They're doing great things up there, man. A young team, bunch of young guys. My hats off to them. Shout out, of course, to my family, to my you know, my kids, all that type stuff. Shout out, you know, to y'all boys again, always putting God first. Who else I got? Chris Skinner already said doing big things. And shout out to Level Up Academy, which will pretty much soon be, you know, Waco Terror Academy, stuff like that. So doing big things, man. Just shout out to everybody, man. And all the fans that are watching, appreciate y'all tuning in and just chopping it up with us, giving your input and probably laughing at us most of the time on here. But hey, it's all about having fun, man.
Most definitely. That's the only thing we know how to do is have fun.
Yeah, of course.
So before I get off here, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You know, we really appreciate y'all being patient with us. Had a little bit of technical difficulties tonight, but guess what? This show must go on. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to fight through it. But, you know, it kind of look like, you know, the Lakers finna close this out. So for y'all, all I got to say is, you know, might come back here next week and the Lakers are champions. But for me to y'all, MFFL, baby, Mavs fan for life. Y'all have a good one now.